I am Tankfish and I drive. Welcome to a dusty trip. It's a game that burned down my house and killed my dog. This game is essentially Euro Truck Simulator, but in Nevada. And I don't mean the fun and quirky part of Nevada. I mean the middle of fuck all nowhere Nevada. Zone with sands, crackheads, sands, nuclear waste, sands, more crackheads, more sands, and most importantly, sands. Because of this, the most fun part about driving, which is hitting unaware pedestrians, has been taken out of the game. I mean, fuck, if you're not turning sidewalks into speedways, are you even having fun driving? And I'm not even joking when I say this, but I get headaches whenever I play this game. It's like my body physically rejects the fucking concept of going to Nevada. And much like me driving in real life, the only thing that can calm my nerve is my best friend, Jack Daniel. Jack Daniel sometimes whispers stuff in my ear, shows me stuff that I probably shouldn't see, and when I pass out, he takes the wheel for me. Which is why my driving in these footages can get a little unpredictable. But you know what they say, the journey is more important than the destination, so buckle up for the ride of your life. But for now, let's talk about today's sponsor, War Thunder. Do it or you're gay. Back to the video. It's basically just a really disappointing road trip. Just like how your dad is disappointed, you and your friend arrive at the Airbnb you booked. It was cheap, looked great in the photos, it even had a helipad. What can possibly go wrong? Well, it's Nevada. With nothing to do, you decide to repair the broken car in the front yard and go on a drive. Having graduated from the McDonald's automobile mechanics program and with over 1,000 hours in my summer car, putting this Chinese knockoff Lego set of a car together was an easy feat. And after packing some supplies and refueling the vehicle, you set off and drive. Literally Ryan Gosling. Now that sounds easy, but sadly this game is the embodiment of Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Shit will be constantly thrown at the fan, and every situation will always end in a car wreck, literally. For example, you could be driving for like 10 minutes straight and not see a single drop of gas. And much like a World War II German tank operator, stranded in bumfuck Bellini Borisglad because Adolf ain't got no fuel left, there's nothing you can do but slowly starve to death. Or, after finally reaching the 10-kilometer mark, facing against the local war bank, you realize the only thing you can protect yourself with is a fucking fly swat and a rusty-ass 1911 you found in a sewer. So now I have two options. You could either get JFK'd or spend 20 minutes arming up your car to some kind of max abomination that Lord Humunculus would be driving. So obviously you choose option 2. But the moment you drive your Bob Simple into the canyon, despite 15 millimeters of trash protecting your vehicle, a bullet somehow ignites one of your gas cans and it blows up your entire car, and it fucked up one of your tires, so now it's just stuck there, getting turned into Swiss cheese. Or you could have everything. Supplies, weapons, a full tank of gas. And then the game just decides to get freaky. Because the machine spirit of your computer rejects this fucking game's code that was stitched together during an unholy heretical ritual. Normally, this game should be played with friends. However, there's a catch. The collective IQ of the group plummets exponentially with each additional member. It's like every new person you add gives you a new permanent debuff for the brain. In a group of 4, people's driving skills seem to devolve to that of an Asian woman who's also blind. Some dumbass will always put the wrong liquid in the wrong compartment. The dynamites will 100% blow someone up, and when someone's unleashing his ultimate melee attack, there's always some fucker running in front of him who happens to have 1 HP. God, I fucking hate this game. Here in Nevada, we have some of the most gas-guzzling, unreliable piece of shit for you to drive. This bad boy can go 80 kilometers per hour top speed. That's 20 kilometers per hour less than the highway limit, so you can stay safe. This beast consumes 23 liters of fuel every 10 kilometers. That's more than a fully loaded semi-truck. How is that possible? Well, the gas tank is leaking. You also gotta replenish the radiator with coolant every 5 minutes because that's also leaking. The engine oil system is also leaking. My pipe is also leaked. To give you the best driving experience, this car comes in disassembled, so you can have fun putting it together like an IKEA furniture. Just slap on the wheels, engine, and radiator and it'll just work. Doors, totally optional and overrated. Personally, I enjoy eating sand mid-drive. The hood cover and headlights, just fancy accessories, removes them for reduced weight and extra speed. It's not street legal. Laws are just a suggestion. The cops may be able to outrun my Vaz Lada 2105, but they can't outrun my 9mm hollow point round. Oh shit. You want to buy a Toyota instead? Nah, this monster is way better than a Toyota. My Arabic customers love. Sure, the Toyota pickup truck is reliable and ain't gonna break in your lifetime. But this, you don't even need to strap a bomb on it. It'll just explode on its own. It's fucking amazing. To stay alive, you need to do some forced discount shopping. Random buildings inhabited by crackheads are all over the map, filled with whatever junks their debt collector didn't want to take. And if you're lucky, you can find some leftover food or supplies in them. Now, looting ain't fun without a little bit of murder. The crackheads will call themselves the owner, will try to protect their junk piles. And to legally make their shits, your shits, you have to evict them permanently from life. Making all their belongings loose properties, thus free to grab. But unfortunately, the combat in this game is really ass. To use a melee, you need to spin it around like a CSGO spin bot, which means you won't be able to see shit during the fight, and you'll get motion sickness and throw all over your computer. To use a gun, you need to first manually adjust it so it's pointing to the correct direction before you can start shooting, because I don't fucking know, man. They also run out of bullets really fast, and you can only refuel them with ammo boxes. So you'll be often sitting with a dozen almost empty guns, like they're half-eaten chicken wings. The damage doesn't make sense neither. Why the fuck does a fly swatter deal more damage than a fire axe? What the fuck is it made out of? Other than food and weapons, you also need 3 resources to make your car work. There are gas, oil, and coolant. Now, gas is kind of hard to find in this economy. And 90% of times, when your car stops moving, it's because it ain't got no gas in it. Oil, however, is pretty abundant. Now, I don't know who, but someone around here bought 175 gallons of lubes on Amazon, and this shit is everywhere. As for the coolant, you know the average IQ of the people here is about room temperature in Celsius. And when they see colorful fluids that looks like Kool-Aid, they kind of just chug it, even when there's a big scary skull symbol on it. You could just use water, but as you can see, we're in a desert. There's no water. Sometimes you could be driving, you can not see a single building in miles. Don't worry, you can be really unlucky and not see a single building in miles. Don't worry, that's just God telling you to kill yourself. However, there are landmarks that always appear at specific distances. It can be a nothing burger, a boss fight, a gang, a place with a shitload of free loot, or something that makes you want to drive off a cliff. There's also a backpack which you can bring out, and everything you stash in it carries over between runs. So it's basically a shitty ender chest, and it turns you into one of those regressor webtoon main characters, but in a dusty trip. It's either because you're driving after snorting too much crack, or you're trying to impress your bros with your complete lack of skills. Your car can get pretty beat up, and some parts can just cease to exist and disappear amidst the chaos, which is why it's always smart to stock up in spare parts in case you need to do a little field repair. Sometimes better car parts can be found. You know, it's the ones that leak less and have fewer dents and rust in them. There's no fully functioning stuff in this shithole. It kind of works as the best you can get. Rarely you can find a big-ass fan or a scrapped rocket engine this crackhead stole from Area 51. Now, is it a good idea to put it on a car? Of course, the fuck? Now the cops will never catch me. If you think your car looks like a dumpster that rolled out of a junkyard, well, it did, but you can slap metal panels and random junks on it to make it truly one of a kind. Look at this custom body kit made by hand-picked parts by yours truly. Durability 100, air drag 100, acceleration 100, braking 100, because who needs brakes when you could just run through everything? Truly, the work of a professional makes me feel like a real engineer that my parents wish I was. This game is all shits and giggles in the beginning, till someone giggles and shit. Your dumbass been stuck in the beginning for 15 minutes, flipping the brake trying to get the car moving because you didn't know you needed to press R to start the car? So silly. Your friend running into a tornado, turning the car into a fucking human washing machine? So goofy. Someone secretly ignited a dynamite to bring in the car and kill the entire crew. So funny. I'm literally laughing and dying on the floor right now. But you soon realize that you're not going anywhere, because the truth is, to go past 5 kilometers, you need to lock in. Food needs to be rationed, and people need to take turns driving so they can focus. And as you become more serious and better at the game, oh, and and supplies need to be stockpiled. And as you get more serious and better at the game, your goal becomes further and further and further. At this point, there's no more room to be silly, and you soon realize that friends are just burdens, extra mouths to feed, and unpredictable variables. So now you ride alone, but you don't mind the solitude because you're Sigma, and because you have Funny Memes compilation number 37 playing in the background. Being the certified grandmaster of long-distance highway excursion with a PhD in dodging obstacles and natural disasters, driving for a long time without losing focus is no longer a difficult task, but just another Tuesday. You slowly hoard an arsenal of overpowered weapons in your inventory, and getting rid of bosses and enemies soon became a mundane task. Your goal now to go even further beyond. After weeks of trying to reach an end that doesn't exist, you finally thought to yourself, why the fuck am I playing this game? What the fuck is the point? That you just picked up a door and flew really far, further than you ever were. And that's how you broke the matrix and realized, shit, this game actually kind of boring, isn't it? Now, what if, just for once, I traveled this Lamborghini? Nothing bad will happen, right? Wrong. You'll be hooked on how much more powerful the paid items are, and slowly descend into a financial ruin. The paid weapons are overpowered, basically have infinite ammo and are permanent. In front of them, all bosses and enemies are basically reduced to unarmed civilians, and you might as well be playing the game on peaceful mode. The M134 minigun by General Electric, like one of their washing machines, will wash all of your problems away, but at what cost? 700 Bobucks. All the paid cars are also fast as fuck, making you the fucker who would honk at a Ferrari going 280 kilometers per hour on the Autobahn for being too slow. They're so fast that everything except the speedometer has been removed from the dashboard, because that's the only thing that matters. By taking away, they're adding so much more. Some of them even have OP gimmicks like the Cybertruck that just don't need gas because Elon Musk. If you have oil under your house or secretly emptied your mom's credit and got the attack helicopter, then you just win. Like, the fuck? You could just fly and kill. Nothing can stop you. Bro, these guys are like fucking crackheads with AK. You have an Apache attack helicopter. It's like playing the game on creative. When people say money can't buy happiness, they're lying. You just don't have enough money. So now you're just paying to not play the game, which, if you think about it, for a game like this, is really dumb. It's kind of like every mobile game ever. There's really nothing much to this game. You just drive and get severe migraine. Hopefully you have reached a good ending and not fall to the dark side of microtransactions. You're literally paying for a worse experience, and once you get a sip of that pay-to-win advantage, you can no longer come back from it. Instead, why don't you give that money to me? Trust, it'll be a lot more worth it. I'll double it in 2 days, no cap. Yeah, that's it for the... Yeah, in conclusion, I hate this game. I don't even like driving. I take the bus. That's it for the video. Subscribe, like, and comment here. I'll send you to Nevada for real.